The secret of the mysterious Dean transforming into an evil spirit, what exactly is it? So it turns out that long ago, the Dean's mother was seriously ill. She tried to save her mother. The Dean borrowed money everywhere. She begged many people, and all the money that could be borrowed has been borrowed. She even borrowed from loan sharks. But her mother's illness still cannot be cured. The hospital director knew that her mother at this moment seemed like a bottomless pit. The hospital director who couldn't bear it anymore. She finally tearfully suffocated her mother to death. And all of this was captured in a video recording in room 501. After watching these, Wang Destiny finally understood. So the Dean is the girl the driver was talking about. And the killer who murdered her mother is herself. So the female ghost in the hallway is the Dean's mother. She dismembered her biological mother, and threw her remains in the hallway. How could the Dean bear to do such a thing? Wang Destiny was completely puzzled. Perhaps mystery and the unimaginable were just part of the norm in the Desire world. Another night has passed. The crowd once again gathered in the first-floor hall of the nursing home, but this time the number of people did not decrease. Lu Chongui, who had previous experience, stood up and said, "Everyone relax. Based on my last experience, this challenge should be over soon." Because the director also mentioned that their task was for each person to take care of 3 rooms. According to the progress of the task, after taking care of the elderly in the last room today, the challenge will be completed. Upon hearing these words, everyone was very happy. However, Chongui also reminded them that although achieving the challenge would grant their wishes, it required a certain price to be paid. At the same time, only Wang Destiny did not relax at all. Will it really be that simple? At this moment, the Dean appeared holding a box. Because the blood moon had receded, the Dean also returned to normal. Right after that, the Dean announced the final task because it's early morning tomorrow. The children of the elderly in the nursing home will come to visit them. Their task is to inject sedatives into these elderly people before the children arrive, so that they can be calm and obedient. After the children visit, their task will be considered complete. With that, she casually tossed the room number out. However, the Dean still reminded that if the task is not completed and causes dissatisfaction among the children, it would be an unforgivable mistake. At this moment, even Lu Chongui felt that something was not right. So he pulled Wang Destiny aside and said, "The last challenge I participated in had nearly 50 initial contestants, but in the end, the remaining people, only 3 people were left." Wang Destiny understood. There are too many people alive now. In Desire World, survivors are rare. It is normal for the whole army to be annihilated. It is unusual to still have so many people left now. Tomorrow is the day when the challenge ends. It could also be the day their lives end. At this moment, Wang Destiny also mentioned a clue. Because the boxes were moved in by him, he suspects that this batch of injections could potentially be problematic. Upon hearing this, Chongui seriously suspects whether the Dean has taken an interest in Wang Destiny. But only those who have witnessed Wang Destiny going crazy after seeing the Dean would understand how thrilling last night's experience was. At the same time, based on what the old man he took care of last night said, those injections could have cost them their lives. It is obvious that the pitfall of this mission lies here. If the old man dies, their children will definitely not let them off the hook. This injection simply cannot be administered. Although this clue has not been confirmed and cannot be guaranteed to be 100% accurate, judging from the Dean's tone just now, if we don't give the old man the injection, the Dean might also take action against them. At this point, Wang Destiny can only have Chongui tell everyone about these clues. After all, Chongui is also an experienced player and has more credibility. Whether they choose to believe it or not depends on themselves. Later, Wang Destiny got a room number 205. The note on the door reads, "My father has a mental disorder and needs to be restrained with a belt at all times, otherwise he may harm himself or others. So remember, The restraint belt must never be undone. When Wang Destiny entered, he saw an old man tied up on the bed. The old man, upon seeing Wang Destiny, started yelling frantically, "Untie me! Untie these damn things! I'm not sick! I'm a normal person!" The next second, the old man transformed directly. He unexpectedly spat out a 10-meter-long tongue from his mouth. Damn it, you should all die like him. So how should Wang Destiny resolve this time? The 70-year-old man was tied up to the hospital bed. The next second, he unexpectedly vomited out a 10-meter-long tongue. Prepared in advance, Wang Destiny dodged with a flicker. Immediately, he was met with the old man's astonished gaze. He quickly untied the bindings. The old man unexpectedly shouted even louder, "Wang Destiny!" Wang Destiny thought, "Didn't I just help you to untie it? Did I judge wrongly? I really can't loosen this guy up." Watching the old man looking angry at himself, Wang Destiny quickly took out the evil spirit ticket, ready to take action, but the next second, "You stepped on my tongue." Wang Destiny awkwardly smiled, and then hastily adjusted the old man's tongue, all stuffed into the old man's mouth with a hearty laugh. Misunderstanding. It's all a misunderstanding. Slowed down. Okay, this is really outrageous. After 3 minutes, the old man finally returned to his normal appearance and kept saying that he was a normal person, that he was not sick. Wang Destiny kept nodding continuously. The tone of these words made the old man very dissatisfied. "You deliberately said it like this. In your heart, you still think I am sick." Wang Destiny angrily pointed to his own heart and shouted, "Slander! Are you slandering me? I don't even have a heart, okay? How could a person not have a heart? Are you crazy?" The next second, Wang Destiny suddenly lifts up his clothes, revealing his empty and broad chest. "Don't believe it? See for yourself." The old man suddenly became interested. "Oh, young man, your zipper is quite unique." Wang Destiny shouted angrily, "This is a stitch! A stitch!" The old man sighed and said, "Young people nowadays have it tough." Seeing this, Wang Destiny knew that the old man no longer harbored any ill intentions towards him, so he wanted to try and see if he could get more information out. "Since you have seen my stitches, we are now friends." Shortly after, Wang Destiny got straight to the point. "My dear friend, I have always wanted to ask. You just said I deserve to die like him. Who is this, him, you are referring to?" Unexpectedly, as soon as these words were spoken, the old man suddenly looked ferocious. "The damn guy, I'm going to kill him." In fact, Wang Destiny had already guessed the answer. "Is that person your son, right?" Upon hearing this, the old man completely lost his mind. "I will kill him." The tongue that was just pushed in was spit out again. Wang Destiny only said one sentence, "Your son is already dead." At that moment, the old man suddenly stopped. Wang Destiny knew that his son was indeed the solution to the crisis. The old man slowly retracted his tongue. "Is he dead? How did he die?" Wang Destiny replied that everyone is dead. What's the point of asking these questions again? Seeing the old man calm down, Wang Destiny began to ask the old man, "Everyone says that even a tiger does not eat its cubs. Why do you want your son to die, especially since he is your only child?" It turns out that one year, the old man's wife fell seriously ill, and the surgery costs 800,000 yuan. The old man originally wanted to sell the house to save his wife, but his son insisted on not selling it no matter what. In the end, a house turned out to be more important to him than his own mother's life. The more the old man talked, the angrier he became. This unfilial son finally died. Ha ha ha. After venting, the old man suddenly asked about Wang Destiny. "Tomorrow should be the day for family visits, right?" Wang Destiny didn't understand why this was suddenly asked. The old man patted Wang Destiny's shoulder and said, "Young man, you are a good person. Let's say our goodbyes." We are about to bid farewell soon. In the old man's memory, every time a relative visits the nursing home, there will be a new group of caregivers here. There are also fewer old folks living here. Compared to the past lively atmosphere, it's much quieter now. And that's how the third night at Bloody Retirement Home ends. The next day, a group of children also came to visit their parents. In the end, they found out that their own parents had unexpectedly passed away. These children instantly flew into a rage, insisting on taking revenge on the caregivers no matter what. These caregivers must have been scared out of their wits. The next moment, countless cries of misery and calls for help echoed throughout the entire hall. And the dean was quietly watching all of this from upstairs. The slaughter begins. Never in a million years did they expect that the perpetrators who killed the elderly people were their own children. At the same time, a massacre is unfolding at the Bloody Retirement Home. These children have transformed into various monsters and demons, continuously slaughtering the caregivers. Even the pregnant woman hiding on the second floor is not spared. The monster is seen rushing towards the pregnant woman. Fortunately, Wang Destiny timely reached out to rescue. At this moment, he has already used the power of the evil spirit ticket, so Wang Destiny must escape from here within 3 minutes. At the same time, he has also realized that this is simply an indiscriminate massacre. Even without being injected, one will die. This is a dead end. At this time, the pregnant woman is also feeling physically weak. She does not want to burden Wang Destiny. But the male protagonist just happens to like pregnant women and refuses to give up no matter what. Since he can't run, then he just won't run. Wang Destiny turned around and pulled off a quick maneuver. He punched and sent those chasing them flying. At the same time, Wang Destiny felt that his evil spirit power seemed to have become stronger. But then he immediately realized that something was wrong as the evil spirit was actually devouring him. But if he releases the power of the evil spirit now, these monsters in front of him will surely end his life in an instant. It turns out that the evil spirit has been waiting for this opportunity. Wang Destiny, however, is unbelieving. He wants to see whether he will ultimately control the evil spirit or be devoured by it. Just then, he saw Changui being attacked by a monster. Changui, at the risk of his life, revealed the final clue that the deadly injections were not purchased by the dean. Upon hearing this, Wang Destiny suddenly had a moment of realization. If it's not the dean, then there is only one possibility. The children of those elderly people. These children all hope their aging parents die earlier. And from the beginning, they never intended to let these challenges out of here alive. But Wang Destiny also came up with a possibility. He doesn't have time to explain. Wang Destiny pulled a pregnant woman and ran towards the destination. It was the room 203 that he had cleaned before. When the two entered at the same time, Wang Destiny's evil spirit ticket also happened to dissipate. Wang Destiny knew that the children of room 203 were among these monsters, so he deliberately shouted loudly, "Take a look for yourself at these things. Because you like to eat raw meat, he always saves a portion for you. But you don't even have the courage to look at him. Leave him alone with these foods to slowly rot together. It's not me who didn't take care of him well, it's you. It's not me who wants him dead, it's you, the one he raised with his own hands." Indeed, a young person stood up. "Even if it is as you said, what can it prove? You said it was left for me to eat, but where is the food? It's either spoiled or expired. He even hides food in his pocket. Isn't it disgusting? I'm asking you, isn't it disgusting?" This remark immediately made Wang Destiny's veins bulge in anger. He then threw a piece of paper over. The content was exactly the words the old man had written to Wang Destiny. The man was stunned. Then his thoughts returned to his childhood, when he loved to eat raw meat the most. However, as the old man grew older, although confused, he always remembered his son's preferences. But what he received was endless criticism from his son. Then Wang Destiny slowly continued. Although I don't know how long the shelf life of food is, but I know that initially these foods did not rot and were not dirty. It's just that in this process, you've never been here, until now when the man finally woke up. Dad, I'm sorry. I've come to take you home. Just in this moment, the figures of the two people begin to slowly fade away, until they turn into a multitude of stars and disappear. Wang Destiny then realized that he had overlooked one thing, which is that the name of this task is called Crying Twilight, and Twilight refers to these elderly people. Twilight should not cry. At that moment, the monsters all stopped their attacks as if waiting for some kind of redemption. Cleared the level, cleared the level. Wang Destiny finally unlocked the next level. Divine Sequence. Just now, Wang Destiny successfully mediated a reconciliation between an elderly person and their children. Afterwards, he planned to be responsible for two other elderly people. Also mend the previous grudges between them through the same method. The forgetful elderly person quickly felt relieved. But when it comes to the mentally ill elderly person who was tied up, his son, however, was unwilling. He did not want his father to kill him. After all, he had given up the chance to save his mother for money in the first place. So Wang Destiny could only go in first, leaving the old man's son to wait outside the door. Wang Destiny openly admitted that he deceived the old man. His son was not dead. But the old man, after hearing this, showed no anger at all. However, Wang Destiny then told the old man that although his son hadn't died, he wouldn't last long either, because his son was ill and needed a heart transplant, but the hospital couldn't provide one. Upon hearing this, the old man immediately offered to use his own heart. The old man then explained, "In fact, my wife had given up treatment from the start. She didn't want to burden our child with her illness." The old man kept it from his wife and pressured his son to sell the house. He just didn't expect his son to refuse so decisively. Now that things have come to this, he knows he can't leave here. His only wish now is to donate his heart to his son. As soon as the words fell, the door suddenly pushed open. The old man's son, with a thud, knelt before his father. At this moment, he completely realized his mistake. However, the old man had long been relieved, and how could he blame him? In this way, pregnant woman Yunli also saw the 3 rooms she was responsible for in the same way. It's just that this crucial information was obtained too late. By the time Wang Destiny and his team returned to the first-floor lobby, the other challengers were already lying in a pool of blood. Just when the two of them thought they had passed the challenge, the dean suddenly appeared and blocked their way. She, who had already turned into a monster at this point. She snarled and brandished her claws as she charged towards Wang Destiny. But at this moment, Wang Destiny's evil spirit ticket is still on cooldown. The dean is about to slap down. Wang Destiny quickly took out a bottle of sleeping pills from his bag. Threw it out. Right in the dean's face. Wang Destiny quickly explained that he found it under the bed in room 501 of the dean's office. As for why there was this bottle of sleeping pills, it turns out that the dean's mother was not killed by the dean. Before that, the dean's mother had already taken a whole bottle of sleeping pills. Upon hearing this, the dean also completely fell into a state of madness. Wang Destiny took the opportunity to grab Yunli and started to run away. After a moment, they finally ran out of the nursing home. When they looked back again, they found several lines of blood-red words slowly appeared. The tree longs for stillness, but the wind won't cease. The child yearns to care, yet the parents are gone. Let not the twilight weep just as the morning sun never grieves. Operation Bloody Retirement Home Challenge End. After reading it, the two of them finally breathed a sigh of relief. However, at that moment, a figure appeared behind Wang Destiny. At the same time, he handed a blank card to Wang Destiny. It was the reward for passing the level this time, or rather, a wish. Old Wang naturally wouldn't be polite at this moment. He immediately wrote on it, "I want to restore all of my organs." But the next second, the font began to dissipate. The wish turned out to be ineffective. Wang Destiny, what's going on? What does it mean? Is God so stingy? One organ is considered one desire. It doesn't matter which organ I want back, I will still die after getting it back. Later on, Wang Destiny also stopped believing. What's the point of living to become the world's richest person, to become the master of Desire World, or to even want to become an even more handsome man to marry Taylor Swift? As a result, none of these simple and plain wishes can be fulfilled. It's really disappointing. He decided to stop making a fuss about it. In the end, only 4 words were written. I want to live. The so-called God should finally grant it this time, right? The man is just taking a film in the hospital. As a result, the doctor found out that this guy actually doesn't have any internal organs. After all, after Wang Destiny cleared bloody retirement home, he made a wish that he must live on, and at the same time, he also comprehended the divine sequence logical chain, although he didn't know what it was. But right after that, Wang Destiny discovered that he had actually returned to the real world alive. At the same time, the game Desire World on the phone slowly dissipated. Wang Destiny looked at his empty chest and thought to himself, without organs, am I still considered a human being? Living, yet not truly alive. Recalling his past experiences, Wang Destiny still finds certain aspects difficult to understand. Why did the dean dismember her mother and leave her in the corridor? Is it something related to Desire World? Can't we think about it with normal human logic? I might as well stop daydreaming like Wang Destiny. The most urgent thing for him now is to go to the hospital and get an X-ray. However, what Wang Destiny doesn't know is that a figure is observing his every move not far away. I only saw the red-haired beauty lick her tongue and say, "Continue to listen to Whispers of the Gods in the New World." At the same time, the director of the nursing home in Desire World has returned to their normal form. At the same time, her mother also appeared in front of him. The director knelt in pain in front of her and said, "Mom, I was wrong. I was out of control at that time." But the mother's face was full of tenderness. "Silly child, Mom has never blamed you. It's Mother who has burdened you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have." However, the next moment blood burst forth. The dean's mother was actually chopped into pieces. Then a cleaver fell onto a large hand. Next, a terrifying figure carrying a big knife appeared. "What a bunch of useless trash," the man said angrily. The dean, visibly frightened, was already trembling with fear. "Butcher, I've helped you kill many people. Why can't you spare me? Spare my mother, please," he pleaded. Only to see the monster named Butcher speak. "Your first desire is to break free from familial ties. Your second desire is to resurrect your mother. Hasn't God already helped you fulfill it? Although it's piece by piece." Ha ha. As he spoke, he even picked up the old man's body. "Who told you didn't explain clearly what the resurrected mother looks like?" Next, Butcher's large knife struck the old man again. The dean completely collapsed. The next second, she was caught by Butcher. Butcher, holding the dean, said fiercely, "If someone else can leave here alive next time, the two of you, mother and daughter, will have no reason to exist." The scene shifts to a hospital in the real world where Wang Destiny is waiting in line. The conversation of a group of people next to him caught his attention. It turned out that these are all Lu Changgui's family members, and they are all waiting for Changgui to return. However, what they do not know is that Lu Changgui will never come back. Soon the doctor called out Wang Destiny's name. As Wang Destiny slowly entered the CT room, the doctor who was conducting the examination had a face full of cold sweat. Sorry young man, it seems like the machine is broken. Would you mind coming back tomorrow?" he quickly added. The machine couldn't capture images of your organs. It must be a problem with the machine. Otherwise, how could a healthy person like you not have organs? Ha ha ha. Wang Destiny had a headache for a while. The good news is that he survived. The bad news is that his organs are really gone. Later, Wang Destiny walked on the street, pondering. Although he has lost his organs, he can still eat and drink, and everything that requires organ function can proceed normally. He just doesn't know if that aspect of function is still there. He looks at the advertisement for the bathhouse next to him. The next second he slapped himself hard twice. What are you thinking? You are a noble person, a person far away from base interests. Men and women, not healthy. He walked towards home, scratching his head while talking. If he tried it himself, he would know. But Wang Destiny still hadn't noticed the long-haired woman, who was silently following closely behind him, wrapped up tightly. Upon closer inspection, the woman's face was covered in scars. Who is this woman after all? This is a villa built on top of a cemetery. 24 living people need to stay for 10 days to dispel the heavy Yin energy. Yes, Wang Destiny just came out and went back into Desire World. And this time, he was forced to be brought in. Originally, just now, Wang Destiny was using his phone to investigate the contestants who entered at the same time as him. According to what Lu Chongui said, the participants from the nursing home all live in the same city. But with such a high mortality rate at Desire World, there have never been reports of missing people. Suddenly, Wang Destiny's landlady called. The landlady struck with a roaring Leon, deafeningly loud. Wang Destiny hurriedly explained that he had performed a heartfelt surgery on himself. He almost forgot that in the real world, he still has to work. Then he ran quickly towards the internet cafe. At the same time, in a small alley, two bullies are bullying a little girl. I saw the little girl holding a white kitten in her arms. In order to prevent these two perverts from continuing to abuse small animals, Zhu Yao expressed that he can give them all the money. But the two suddenly changed their minds. Today they decided not to rob property, but to rob color instead, saying that they wanted to see the two little white rabbits on Zhu Yao's chest. Seeing those wicked salty pig hands reaching towards Zhu Yao. But they were stopped by a voice. Just saw a yellow-haired person running over. But the next second, the yellow-haired person slipped. He directly performed a falling goose on a tranquil sand. Two hooligans also recognize him. He is Lin Yushu, who is often bullied by them. Seeing this, the two of them didn't say a word and immediately started beating him up. But Lin Yushu seemed to be used to it, still smiling and saying, "Bullying a little girl is no fun. Why don't you hit me instead? I can take a beating." The bullies did not expect the other party to have this hobby. They then started punching and kicking. Zhu Yao on the side hurriedly begged for mercy. But these two thugs, unexpectedly, not only had beaten someone, but also had no intention of letting her go. Then, the two of them glared at Zhu Yao menacingly, saying, "As long as you undress yourself, we will stop." Hee hee. The two of them watched as Zhu Yao hesitated to take action. The two thugs were even rougher on Lin Yushu. Kind-hearted Zhu Yao couldn't bear it, and had to grit her teeth and compromise with tears streaming down her face. Two hooligans smirked wickedly as they walked towards Zhu Yao. Lin Yushu, who had been beaten up for half a day, was furious. It turns out he was beaten for no reason. Just at this moment, Wang Destiny happened to pass by. Just saw him holding a wooden stick, looking like a thug that any thug would recognize. It turns out to be two stinky bugs. Don't say I didn't give you a chance. I'll count to 3. Those who know what's good for them better scram. Sure enough, Wang Destiny's thug-like appearance directly scared off the two little delinquents. At first glance, he doesn't look like a good person. The two of them had just wanted to leave, only to see Wang Destiny show a charming smile and gently say a word. 3. don't run. Hee hee, then you guys are finished. Two hoodlums are bewildered. Brother, it seems like you didn't count 1 and 2. The next second, Wang Destiny directly started. A moment later, 2 hooligans fled with bruised and swollen faces. Lin Yushu finally climbed up. Wang Destiny wanted to help Zhu Yao up. Zhu Yao unexpectedly directly mentioned Wang Destiny's name. It turns out that Wang Destiny was once Zhu Yao's senior. Wang Destiny just has no impression. Later, he did not stay long either. He left coolly with a turn of his body, only leaving behind Zhu Yao with a lovesick expression on her face. Actually, at this moment, Wang Destiny also doesn't know which way to go. Just when he looked confused, the woman who had been following him suddenly appeared. Wang Destiny suddenly felt somewhat familiar, but he also knew that the other party was up to no good. The person quietly pulled out a dagger, until the other person charged towards Wang Destiny with a weapon in hand. He finally remembered that this was the ticket seller whom he had kicked off the vehicle when he had just entered the Desire World. Suddenly, Wang Destiny felt a familiar sensation. Wang Destiny then disappeared on the spot, only leaving behind a ticket seller with a look of resentment on her face. She never expected that at this moment, Wang Destiny would once again enter Desire World. Wang Destiny was seen standing in front of a long table filled with food. This time, Wang Destiny was left puzzled and confused. Not to mention the ticket seller just now. Isn't she an NPC of Desire World? How could she appear in the real world? And then suddenly I entered Desire World on my own. This thing can forcibly pull people in. It's really frustrating. Just then, a delivery person sitting there also looked baffled. But some people also know that this Desire World, where all wishes can come true, is just being discussed fervently among everyone present. One of the teenagers suddenly spoke up. He made everyone look at his plate. Upon hearing that, Wang Destiny looked down. A piece of paper slowly emerged in the plate. It stated that they were in a villa built on a cemetery, and in order to dispel the curse, it required 24 living people to stay for 10 days. During this period, everyone could freely move around and enjoy the food in the villa, but they were forbidden to leave. The door would be opened after 10 days. At that time, those who leave will listen to the whispers of the gods. And this trial is called the tragedy of greatness. Immediately, everyone started to panic, but only Wang Destiny had already begun to ponder. Cemetery, pitiful with keywords like these, it seems that this challenge's theme is likely related to the underworld. Suddenly, a voice caught Wang Destiny's attention. Everyone, don't panic. Our current situation is not that bad. Wang Destiny then realized that the one speaking was actually the junior students they had just saved earlier in the day. The 3 of them had unexpectedly entered the Desire World at the same time. The food delivery guy never saw it coming. He was just joking around. Sadako actually crawled out of the TV. It turns out that Wang Destiny just entered Desire World again. Just that this time he was forced to enter. At the same time, the younger students he just saved in the real world also entered. Wang Destiny didn't expect that this Desire World could be played online. At the same time, the food delivery guy is almost crying in a hurry. We all live on the cemetery. Isn't this situation bad enough? Lin Yushu calmly said. This statement is wrong. Think about it. Have we ever lived in such a luxurious villa before? Have we ever eaten such sumptuous food before? Staying in this beautiful place for 10 days and being able to fulfill our desires in the end, isn't that amazing? Oh, it smells so good. The delivery guy heard the words and thought to himself, yeah, that's true. Anyway, they couldn't go out at this point, so they might as well have a meal first. Upon hearing this, everyone also felt it made sense. Wang Destiny didn't see it either. This kid is quite good at regulating emotions. However, just as everyone was enjoying the food, Wang Destiny made an excuse to leave. It's not his fault. He is showing typical signs of the bloody retirement home syndrome. Shortly after, Wang Destiny began inspecting the villa. First, he checked the front gate. The lighting was good, and there was a faint smell of flowers. The first floor is mainly divided into a living room, kitchen, dining room, and tea room. The second floor has a gym, computer room, walk-in closet, and several bedrooms of various sizes. The third floor has a sunroom filled with plants, a storage room, and a music room. A room filled with various dolls. The rest are empty rooms that can be inhabited. After Wang Destiny finishes checking everything and returns, he found that these people, having eaten and drunk their fill, were chatting animatedly. The room was filled with laughter and joy. Wang Destiny was speechless at the scene. It's really strange. Could it be that this is the correct way to open Desire World? Suddenly, the delivery guy pointed to the TV with a fearful expression and said, "You guys don't think Sadako will crawl out of the TV later, right?" Upon hearing this, Zhu Yao beside him quickly shrank back and said, "No, that won't happen, right?" This scene immediately provoked a burst of laughter from others. "Ha ha! I was just kidding. It seems this little girl is very timid. The challenge hasn't even started, and she's already scared, huh?" Lin Yushu patted her chest and comforted Zhu Yao. "Don't be afraid, I'm here. If Sadako dares to come out, I'll shout chrysanthemum monster dot." However, right after the words were spoken, a sudden violent tremor emanated from inside the house. The crystal chandelier in the hall began to swing continuously. What they didn't notice was that the TV suddenly emitted a sizzling sound. Subsequently, the screen changed from static to a well. Everyone looked worried when they saw that. Isn't this the well from the movie? Sadako might actually crawl out of it? At that moment, the TV screen turned into static again, and everyone finally breathed a sigh of relief. It turned out to be just a signal issue. They were scaring themselves. There's no such thing as Sadako, but as the beautiful girl's voice just fell, a large hand reached out from the TV screen. The next second, Sadako actually crawled out. The crowd panicked and ran in all directions, but the beauty closest to the television was not so lucky. She was grabbed by the neck by Sadako before she could even run. Later, in the terrified eyes of the beauty, she was actually killed by Sadako by twisting her neck. Seeing this, everyone fled in panic. Only Wang Destiny remained calm as always. Later, Wang Destiny immediately turned off the TV. At the same time, Sadako also stopped attacking. Her body also began to slowly dissipate. Everyone quieted down when they saw the situation. They didn't expect Wang Destiny to be so clever. All they needed to do was turn off the TV. Afterwards, Wang Destiny looked speechless and complained to the delivery guy, "Have you ever had your mouth fumigated?" The delivery guy was also scared out of his wits and said, "I don't know either." Lin Yushu's brain circuits are quite large. That being said, it's still suspicious that when you mention Sadako, she appears. Who knows if you have the ability to make words become law? After all, anything can happen in a Desire World. Hurry, quickly tell me. I am surrounded by a beautiful woman. To prove yourself. Unexpectedly, the delivery guy really shouted it out the next second. Seeing that nothing happened, Lin Yushu confirmed it. The delivery guy does not have the ability to make words become law. Wang Destiny has a black line on his face. How is this possible? At the same time, some players also began to worry. How are we going to make it through these 10 days? Stay calm. The mortality rate is often highest at the beginning. As long as we find a way to avoid it, there won't be any danger. But some people are still worried. However, I remember that anyone who has watched the film will eventually die. Well, not necessarily. If the mechanism is the same as in the movie, then it was useless for me to turn off the TV just now. Seeing this, Manhwa suddenly thought of Sadako, the ghost from the Japanese movie, The Ring. We've already seen her just now, so next. Will we see other monsters, like Kukusei-kana appear? Just then, a voice suddenly sounded. Am I beautiful? Those who have kissed Kukusei-kana all know. When she asks if you think she is beautiful, your answer must be, beautiful. Just now, everyone discovered that as long as the name of the monster is spoken out here, the monster will really appear the next second. However, someone actually mentioned Kukusei-kana on purpose. She was trying to test Wang Destiny's vigilance as she glanced at the woman next to her. Other people also panicked and tried to escape when they saw the situation. Everyone ran towards the upstairs. But there were still a few unlucky ones who ran slowly. Everyone faces the terrifying Kukusei-kana. The man had already been scared out of his wits. He unexpectedly replied that he did not know. At these words, Kukusei-kana brandished the large scissors in her hand. The next moment, the man was abruptly cut into 2 pieces with a single stroke. Afterward, Kukusei-kana not only did not disappear, she actually began to look for her next victim. Everyone hurriedly ran into the rooms. Wang Destiny also found a room to hide in. He then crouched against the door, listening carefully to the movements outside. Then he took out his evil spirit ticket. Once Kukusei-kana entered, he would have to confront her. Suddenly, a voice behind him startled Wang Destiny almost to death. It turned out that his junior siblings, Ichiao, were also hiding here. Don't worry, we should be fine. Wang Destiny did not understand what Lin Yushu was saying. Lin Yushu pointed at the evil spirit ticket in Wang Destiny's hand and said, Bro, if I'm not mistaken, this is the item you obtained in the previous game, right? In the past games, I also acquired a special ability. Its name is Luck. Wang Destiny tentatively asked, Special ability, you mean? Divine Sequence. At the mention of it, Lin Yushu's eyes immediately lit up. Brother, I can tell at a glance that you are not an ordinary person. I didn't expect you to know about Divine Sequence. That's right, Luck is my Divine Sequence, so brother, you can rest assured. People who are with me will receive the protection of Luck. With so many rooms on the 2nd floor, we will never be targeted by Kukusei-kana. The next moment, the room where they were located had their door knocked loudly. Am I beautiful? Luck, right? I really believed you. Lin Yushu just wanted to explain that this must be an accident. However, the next second Kukusei-kana broke in. Am I beautiful? Haha, let me make you as beautiful as me. Zhu Yao on the side was almost scared to tears. Several people saw Kukusei-kana about to rush over. Wang Destiny could only take out the evil spirit ticket. Right after, a demon shadow appeared behind him. Looks like he had to go all out. Facing the continuous questioning from Kukusei-kana, Wang Destiny slowly raised his right hand and answered, You are very beautiful. But in the next life, don't be so beautiful. The next second, Wang Destiny directly pressed down on Kukusei-kana's head. He slammed heavily towards the ground. The enormous force shook the entire villa with a tremor. Kukusei-kana's large scissors were also broken into 2 halves. Wang Destiny, who was possessed by an evil spirit at this moment, he has become unusually irritable. Her fists kept smashing towards Kukusei-kana. You are so beautiful, ha ha ha. At this time, other people also gathered around. Although at this moment Wang Destiny saved them, when the crowd saw the demonic shadow behind him. The crowd actually found Wang Destiny more terrifying than the ghost. Upon hearing this, Lin Yushu immediately retorted, You are the devil, your whole family are devils. With my bro here, what can a mere Kukusei-kana do? Even if the tyrant comes, we can still beat him up the same way. Zhu Yao on the side asked in confusion, What is tyrant? Little sister, don't you even know about tyrant? Also, at your age, you probably haven't watched Resident Evil. He was interrupted by Lin Yushu before he could finish his sentence. I forgot about this. We can't talk about it. According to the previous pattern, if we just mention the corresponding ghosts, the ghosts will appear. But it's too late. The next second, countless monsters appeared out of thin air in the darkness. At this moment, Wang Destiny just defeated Kukusekana. He got up and turned a corner, where he met Love. WTF. Wang Destiny threw a punch straight up. However, more and more monsters were attacking Wang Destiny. Seeing this, the crowd once again began to flee. Only Lin Yushu and Zhu Yao stayed behind. They planned to help Wang Destiny. Just then, Lin Yushu picked up a piece of broken wood. At the same time, he activated his divine sequence ability. The next second, he threw it towards the monster. This one is no good. Not only did it not cause any damage to the monster, he also successfully pulled the hate. All the monsters rushed over here towards Lin Yushu. Luckily, Wang Destiny followed, carrying half a pair of large scissors. At the critical moment, he saved the two people. Then, he decisively took down the remaining monsters. After it was over, he wiped the blood off his face and said, "From now on, no one should mention the names of spirits and ghosts. Understand?" The scene changes. In the real world at the same time, a Harley-Davidson speeds by. It then stops at the place where Wang Destiny originally disappeared. After taking off the helmet, it turned out to be a really stunning young lady. Then a voice came through his earpiece. "Little Wang, have you found anything on your end?" The girl took an instrument, and after checking for a moment, she replied, "The person has entered the desire world. According to the residual fluctuations on site, it seems they were forcefully pulled in." At the same time, she was surprised to find that desire monsters have appeared here. Upon hearing this, an anxious voice also came through the headphones. "What? I will immediately send someone to seal off the surrounding area. Be careful yourself, I'll be right there." Who is this mysterious girl? She is clearly just a simple and adorable little girl. However, she has dark desires in her heart. Just now, the desire game that should have lasted for 10 days inside. I didn't expect that several people would already be mysteriously killed within just 2.5 hours. The remaining challengers couldn't help but start to worry about how they would get through the next 10 days. However, Wang Destiny remained calm and inquired while holding food. "There are no vacant rooms on the second floor. Do you want to come to the third floor with me?" Lin Yushu cleverly chose to cling tightly to Wang Destiny's thigh. Because of Wang Destiny's consecutive outstanding performances, he also caught the attention of the veteran player Ming Yumian. Soon, Wang Destiny brought the two of them to the third floor. After choosing a room, Lin Yushu immediately sensibly gave him a back massage. "Brother, that was your divine sequence just now, right? It was really powerful." Wang Destiny did not speak. He knew that the influence of the evil spirit on him was growing stronger. He must use it less in the future. Then Wang Destiny asked Zhu Yao why you two students wanted to participate in the desire game. "It seems that you are not coming in for the first time." Zhu Yao explained somewhat sadly. "This is my second time, but I don't have any props or divine sequence. I heard from others before that the way desires are fulfilled here is very bizarre. So I didn't ask the gods to fulfill my desire." Wang Destiny pondered for a moment before voicing his suspicions. "As far as I know, only those on the brink of death, or when a certain desire reaches its peak, can enter the desire world. How were you pulled into this ghostly place last time?" And Zhu Yao did not conceal it. "I really wanted someone to die at that time. And I almost died at that time." Wang Destiny couldn't help but speculate secretly. Could it be another bully again? Then Wang Destiny spoke out, suggesting that this time, you can think about desires related to aspects such as not being bullied in the future and developing self-defense abilities. Then he cast a glance at Lin Yushu and asked, "What about you? What's your situation?" Lin Yushu immediately scratched his head and said, "This is my third time entering the desire world. Although I managed to clear it twice before, I didn't receive any items. However, what I mentioned earlier about the ability is true. I have grasped the divine sequence luck. Wang Destiny suddenly felt somewhat surprised. Did you fail to fulfill your desires even after clearing it twice? While Lin Yushu just waved his hand. That's because my desires are very noble and lofty. My desire is to end the desire world. I know that not all desires can be fulfilled even in the desire world, but someone has to keep trying, right? The desire world should not exist to begin with. At this moment, a knocking sound suddenly came from outside the door. Then a female voice followed, saying, "I have a clue to share." After Wang Destiny opened the door, she hesitantly asked, "Is it you? Did you intentionally summon that Kukase-kana earlier? How can I trust you?" Without beating around the bush, Manhwa stated, "The ability you exhibited earlier is some sort of offensive divine sequence, right? I have an ability to directly acquire a crucial clue to the challenge you desire. To show my sincerity, I can tell you the clue first." Wang Destiny never expected that someone would have such a cheat-like ability. And Manhwa also revealed a clue that among us challengers, there is a mole hiding. I have experienced a challenge before where one of the challengers was a ghost from the beginning. He mingled among us, constantly sowing discord and secretly targeting those who were isolated. The challenge involved hundreds of people, but in the end, only 4 survived. I came to you because of your strong abilities. If you can eliminate the mole in hiding, we will be able to get through the following time safely. Wang Destiny asked her if she knew who the mole was after listening. Manhwa, on the other hand, said she didn't know, but she could use the process of elimination to narrow down the options. Then she asked, "How much do you know about these 2 people, Wang Destiny and Manhwa?" And Wang Destiny also truthfully admitted, saying, "The 3 of us already knew each other." And Manhwa also began to analyze. "For now, let's exclude them as suspects. If there is really a mole in this challenge, they would definitely choose someone completely unrelated to the others. Since all 4 of us have been ruled out as suspects, the next steps will be simple. The mole must be among the other players. Once we eliminate them all, the threat will naturally be removed, right?" This terrifying statement immediately caused Lin Yushu and Zhu Yao's faces to change drastically. And Wang Destiny was instantly provoked. "Is this your method of elimination? In Desire World, death will vanish in the real world. This is not a game. What you're talking about is a massacre." The man finally began to study his divine sequence. It turns out that Manhwa just proposed. Their plan is to eliminate all the remaining players. Wang Destiny immediately denounced her, saying this is not a game but a massacre. But Manhwa doesn't care at all. So what? This is Desire World, without the constraints of real-world laws. I have the clues, and you have the power. Joining forces to quickly solve the case is the most normal choice. Upon hearing this, Wang Destiny couldn't help but remember Yunli, whom she had met on the bus. He then spoke again. "You are right. There is no order here, let alone legal constraints. In order to survive and fulfill one's desires, any crazy thing could happen." Manhwa saw Wang Destiny agreeing with him, immediately reached out and laughed loudly. "Yes, nothing is more important than being alive." But the next sentence from Wang Destiny left her stunned on the spot. "But we are humans, after all. Even if this world causes the brave to die a violent death, the merciful are slain by the killers, and the survivors are left in despair. Even in the face of human selfishness and cruelty, with the surplus of emotion stirring within our souls, we are all just human after all. I don't know if I can leave alive this time, but I know that my humanity should not be drowned here. So, sorry, I refuse your proposal." Manhwa was immediately gnashing his teeth in anger. "You are really too childish. In Desire World, kindness is the most ridiculous thing. Perhaps you think you are very strong and can safely leave to let the gods fulfill your desires. But what about your 2 teammates? Do you have the confidence to let them survive?" I didn't expect Lin Yushu to smile and say, "My adoptive father's choice is my choice. I don't want to harm anyone either." Manhwa didn't expect the 2 of them to not fear death, and she immediately became exasperated. Are you crazy? And Wang Destiny couldn't be bothered to talk nonsense with her. I know you want us to use each other. To show my gratitude, I will provide you with a clue later, but cooperation is out of the question. After saying, Wang Destiny, he forcefully slammed the door shut. Meng Yumian didn't expect to be rejected. She couldn't help but grit her teeth in anger. A bunch of lunatics. You are asking for death. But Wang Destiny was indifferent to this. And at this moment, Lin Yushu suddenly asked, Father, both of us have talked about entering Desire World. Are you not going to share your own story? However, Wang Destiny did not intend to tell the truth. My name is Wang Destiny. As you can see, I am a normal human male. Then he quickly changed the subject. Based on the previous situation, as long as all the players do not say the names of the ghosts, we will be safe. While there is no danger now, let's rest up. I will be on guard duty for the first half of the night. Nightfall arrived in the blink of an eye. 13 hours have passed since the mission began. Lin Yushu and Zhu Yao have also entered a deep sleep at this time.